Here we have a 2010 Toyota Prius. I'm going to be replacing the retainers that are broken on the bumper, front and back. Here's the front, and this happens for damaging the bumper when you hit a dip or anywhere that you scrape coming off of driveway or even parking. On the side here, the front bumper sticking out, it's not meeting the fender, and I have it holding here on the retainer with a drywall screw. Anything that holds it in place in the meantime. So I'm going to walk you through the process. I'm working on the clips here. It's got a couple of clips, plastic clips. I'm using a flathead screwdriver to pull the top portion of the clip and then pulling it out. And it also has a couple of 10 mils. So here you just want to put the flathead right underneath the top tab, pull up towards you, and then pull the whole clip out. Here I'm using a small ratchet with a 10 mil socket, short socket, to remove this 10 mil that's holding the bumper onto the frame by the radiator. On the top side, there's only two 10 millimeter bolts holding the bumper on the top. The rest of them are just clips. On the passenger side, you have a 10 millimeter bolt here. I only have one in my case. I don't have the splash guard underneath, so it's only one in my case. If you have the splash guards, a couple more you have to take off underneath the bumper. I pulled off the bumper. Here's the tab to the retainer. Push on it, and you're able to take that off. In my case, the retainer is damaged. It's got another tab missing, so it was real easy to pull off. If yours is still intact, just push on the tab in the back and remove that. It's got two 10 mils on here holding it in place. So this is the broken one. I'm going to go ahead and switch this one out. Here's a replacement retainer, ordered on eBay. Here's a part number there. So it's I believe like 12-14 bucks around there. It looks like it was printed with the 3D printer, but it's identical to what I need. Installing the retainer is real simple. You just push the tabs in and you'll hear them click into place, and then put your two 10s. So it's got one by the headlight and one by the tire. Remember that this is plastic. You don't want to go too tight because then, it defeats the purpose. It'll just crack. Okay, the driver's retainer is in place, the driver's side retainer. Everything looks good here. And on the passenger side, I checked out this retainer and looks fine to me. No tabs are broken, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that alone. When I ordered the retainers, they come in the set, so I just have a passenger backup to replace in case I need to. Okay, let's put the bumper back in place. What I'm going to do here, I'm just going to lay the middle part of the bumper and let it rest where the radiator is at, and then work my way around to clip the sides in place. So just place it here in the middle. And now let's reinstall that 10 mil that holds the bumper in place on this side. The bumper is cracked where you put the 10 mil through, so I'm just gonna, as soon as it gets tight, I'm just gonna leave it alone and possibly add that drywall screw to the plastic since the bumper is damaged. Same thing on the passenger side, putting the 10 mil back in place. Almost done here. Now working on the top of the bumper, putting the 10 mil back in place here. Then after, I'm just going to reinstall all the clips holding it in place. This is what the clip looks like. That's what's holding the bumper in place as well. So here it is. Bumper's in place and it's way better. Way better here. It's not sticking out like before. It's not an OEM retainer, it's aftermarket, so there is a slight gap, but it's better than sticking out. On this side, on the passenger side, it's a little tighter, but no big deal. It's not sticking out. The car looks good. So this is pretty simple. You guys can do this yourselves. Save some money. And now we're working on the rear bumper. The tabs seem to be messed up on this too. I also ordered these. It's got a Phillips screw here and another Phillips screw here. So one on the driver, one on the passenger. The bumper looks broken there. And you see the damage here. Well, it's sticking out. So it's pretty much the same thing as the front. You got a 10 mil here, the back of the tire, underneath the gas cap there in that area. I'm gonna try to just pull this back enough so I can see if there's any damage on that tab. I don't necessarily have to take off the bumper all the way, since I did see that the bumper is broken on the passenger side. Here you have another 10 mil underneath here on this spoiler deal, plastic lip here. Almost there. Couple more 10 mils and we should be good to go here. I'm not going to take out the ones in the center. I just need to be able to see if it's worth removing the bumper at this point, since I saw that there's damage on the back side. I don't think it's gonna sit well because the bumper's compromised, but I'm just gonna check the tabs on the retainer just to make sure, because if they're not damaged, then I'm just gonna have to start looking for another bumper here. So it looks like the retainer is in good shape. My problem here is that the bumper is damaged. The tabs on the bumper itself, they're bent. They're not holding up too good. See here, you can just pull up on this tab. It doesn't stay in place. It's flimsy. So when it meets the retainer, it doesn't lock in place like it should. So you have that even look, nice and flush. Same thing in the back here by the tail light. The tab on the bumper itself, it's not in good shape. So this must have happened when the bumper got hit in the back. I'm not sure if somebody hit it while it was parked or what happened here. I'm trying here to push the bumper in place. I pulled the tabs on the bumper itself up, and I'm trying to push towards the retainer, so trying to lock it in place, but I don't think it's gonna get better than this. So it's definitely looking like I'm gonna need a new bumper. So here it is, guys. I tried my best to line it up as best as possible. The bumper is damaged at this point. I can't do anything else about it. I have to wait to get another bumper. But the retainers, at least they're not broken. I have backup ones if they do break. See, it's broken here. It's got the big old crack. So that doesn't let it sit in place. The tabs are bent. And definitely gonna start looking for a donor vehicle to go pick up another bumper and replace that. But for now, that's as good as it gets. Okay guys, well, that's all I was able to do for today. The rear is definitely gonna have to get replaced. I'll walk over towards the front to show you guys right now. So it does look a little better, got adjusted there, but the front is much better. Lines up with the fender really good. So that got fixed. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.